If you're a writer currently in or approaching the revision stage of your manuscript, allow me to take this moment to remind you of Zeno's paradox. In this ancient Greek thought experiment, the mighty hero Achilles is running to catch up to a tortoise. Now, when we begin observing, the tortoise is some distance ahead, so Achilles has to run to cover that distance. However, in the time it takes him to do so, the tortoise will also have moved forward, which means we are essentially back where we started. There is some amount of distance between Achilles and the tortoise, so Achilles has to cover that distance, but in that time, the tortoise will also have moved slightly forward, and this just keeps forever and ever, from which Zeno draws the conclusion that it is theoretically impossible for Achilles to catch up to the tortoise. Why does this matter to you as a writer? Writing is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice, no matter how little. In the process of finishing your first draft, you were practicing writing, which means that by the end, you're a better writer than you were when you started. This is why you're noticing things that can be improved. So you start a revision pass, but you're still practicing writing, which means by the end, you're a better writer than you were when you started. And much like the race between Achilles and the tortoise, this can keep going forever. Your manuscript will never be perfect. You will always find little things to improve, even after you've released it. This is exactly what the French poet Paul Valéry meant when he said, "Art is never finished, merely abandoned." At some point, you will have to make the call to say, you're done. When you arrive at the point where you find yourself just tweaking individual words every few pages or so, that is when you need to step back and let it go.